Welcome to Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement, or the Treehouse Podcast Network. On today's show, we'll talk about pranks, pursuits, rookie traffic stops, and who knows what else.
Never know.
Yeah, you never know what we're going to get into. Steve here, co-host for today, Josh Jackson.
Howdy.
And we're joined with one guest today. We've got Officer Brian Stahl.
How's it going?
Going well, sir.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure to have you here in the studio with us today. You kind of hesitated there at the beginning. I was like, uh-oh.
I didn't know if you were going to keep talking or not. I was waiting for more.
We all wonder that.
It was
wow.
such a big intro. I like it.
Yeah.
Wow. Pick on Steve Day.
Isn't it every time I'm here?
Yeah, I've got no argument with you on that one, Josh. Now,
it's because I love you.
Okay, that's kind of creepy. Now, Brian, you're currently an officer, correct?
I am.
And
yes.
what agency do you work for?
Fort Worth PD.
How long you been over at Fort Worth?
So I've been in Fort Worth for a little over 10 years now. I started my career a little over 20 years ago in Irving, though. So I did a little over 10 in Irving and then came to Fort Worth, and I've been there a little over 10 years now, currently assigned to the weapons range as a firearms instructor full-time.
Nice. So that's climate controlled at Fort Worth, right?
It is. Yeah, we are very spoiled. Very,
Nice.
very spoiled.
That's a good place to be at 20 years, 20 plus years
It's not bad.
in the profession.
Yeah, there's definitely worse things to do in law enforcement. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And I will say this, we've known each other for quite some time. And that goes back to something we kind of have in common. My wife, Karen, as we've mentioned on the show before, she's a survivor of a fallen Fort Worth officer, Dwayne Frito, the end of watch 12/17/2006. Well, Brian, you lost a coworker, and you're actually married to the coworker's sister.
I am.
And we're talking about Andrew Esparza, Irving Police Department. Andrew's end of watch, April 13th, 2007, badge number 966. May he rest in peace.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
That's how we know each other.
It is. Yeah, we've known each other for a long time. It's been a while.
I'm sorry.
I think we all kind of met at the same time. I think both names got put on the wall in DC together. I think, I think that's kind of how we met. But yeah, Andrew was my partner. We went to the academy together and we trained on every shift together. When we got cut loose, we worked together, and I just happened to have enough ID on him to take off and go out of town the night he passed away. So, Zoe and I, we met through Andrew and got married shortly after his accident,
and she's been stuck with you ever since?
Yeah, she has. She's amazing. No, she's amazing. It's she's definitely my rock and my support going through all the things that I'm going through, especially right now and throughout my career. So it's been a blessing.
Man, that's awesome. Your wife Zoe is incredible, and you know what? I even know her parents, and man, those people are incredible as well.
They're fun. They are fun. They are incredible. They're definitely incredible people, but it's a lot of fun. It's a fun, wild family to marry into for sure. And it's been a blast. And
well, you look like you're holding up well.
Yes.
Now in your 20 plus years in law enforcement, I know you've seen a couple of things, and that's what we like to feature here on the show is the funny stories, because we've all done the job. We know that there's a lot of funny that happens out there, and sometimes we tend to overlook that. But I understand that you've got a story about a prank on a rookie.
I do. Yeah. So we had he was a really good officer. He's a go-getter, wanted to really, get out there and do a lot of fun and exciting things. And he was just one of those rookies that was kind of wound tight.
I've seen that before.
Which is,
we've all seen that.
It's a good thing, especially, compared to nowadays, you see rookies that they're just waiting to get out of patrol. They don't want to do anything in patrol, but this officer was the complete opposite, and he just wanted to run around and chase bad guys. So my partner and I at the time, he was an old salty vet. He used to give rookie's a bunch of crap. And we went and worked an accident, and he started gathering up a bunch of glass on the highway, and he put it in an evidence bag. And
this is your partner?
My partner, yes.
Okay.
And so I'm asking him what he's doing, and he just kind of tells me, you'll see.
Yeah, we need this for later.
Yeah, and I had no idea what was going on. So he calls a sergeant, and he calls the shop, and make some phone calls. Well, we find this rookie parked at a restaurant on a lunch break, and open his car and roll his passenger window down and sprinkle glass all over the place, and
perfect.
Take his patrol bag and everything out of his car, and then just go park like catty corner in a business and wait. And so this rookie comes out, and he sees his car's, broken into. There's glass everywhere. And
nice.
He gets on the radio and starts screaming, and he's running through the parking lot and asking people if they saw anything. And after the fourth different description of a suspect was put out on the radio, the sergeant who's in on it finally says, "Hey, just take the car down to the shop, get another car."
Just down the car, man.
So he drives it down there, and we just happen to be loosely tailing him while he's driving down there, and
he's distraught enough not to notice.
Oh, he doesn't know anything. Yeah, he thinks he's getting fired for sure.
Yeah.
But the maintenance guy who's in on this, the rookie pulls up, and the maintenance guy just rolls the passenger window all the way up, and we had his bag and everything, and he was not very happy, but it was
what's he gonna say?
It was definitely worth it, though.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
And I do have a story about that myself. Very similar story. We had a guy, it was the day before his retirement. This guy, he really didn't care about anything. Similar deal. Went down to the city shop. Well, I actually happened to be at the city shop, looked in the trash can. There's a bunch of broken glass there. They had just pulled out a windshield and a bunch of broken glass in it. So I asked them if they had a box I could put it in. So grabbed it and said, this would come in handy later.
Yeah.
And anyways, found this guy. He was sitting at his favorite place we like to eat. And anyways, I called another officer. And at the time, our cars were not all keyed the same, which that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so I called another officer, said, "Hey, grab his spare keys for me at the station, bring them over to me." And we did that. We rolled down the driver's side window, sprinkled the glass, took out his MDC, his laptop. We took out his rifle. We took out his bag. And we went and we sat up next parking lot over and watched him. Well, he came out, looked at it, looked up, looked down, got in his car, started driving off. And that's the difference between the rookie and the veteran.
Yeah.
He was just going to drive to the station. He's like, "Oh, well, I'm retiring tomorrow."
Yeah, I'm leaving. They can keep it.
That's that much less I have to check back in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's all it boils down to.
He could care less.
Yeah. It's not my stuff.
Veterans are definitely different. I remember there was a guy who was his last day in patrol, and they sent him to a call, and he got on the radio and he's like, "Nah, not today." Right in the middle of his last shift, and they're like, "What do you mean?" He said, "You can show me out of service." That was it.
Yeah, I'm done.
He's like, I'm not dealing with that right now. I'm not going to.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I mean, we're all rookies at some point.
Yeah.
So I wasn't a rookie, but I'll tell him myself. Dave Gelstorp, who was on the radio or on the podcast.
Yeah, he was on the show.
He got in with the shop, and I was on a BMW and a motorcycle, right? And I'd never been on a motorcycle, and he goes, "Hey, don't forget, you got to get the air changed in the tires." I don't know. I'm only got 2 wheels, so I'm like, heck yeah, I'm gonna go get this checked out. So he calls BMW Fort Worth, and mind you, I've worked in Coppell, and he calls them. He's like, "Hey, Josh is gonna come down there to get winter air, but tell him it's on his dime."
Get you some winter air.
I drove all the way to BMW Fort Worth.
Nice.
Showed up to the tech, and I'm like, "I need the winter air exchange." He's like, "Oh yeah, you got to get that done." Yeah, drove all the way to BMW Fort Worth.
Oh, that's wrong. Was the tech in on it?
Oh, he was in on it. Yeah. He didn't change it out, but it went pretty far.
It would have been way better if he did.
Far enough. Oh yeah, absolutely. Then billed me for it.
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what did it cost you to get that cold air?
It was BMW, so it was gonna be a lot.
Yeah,
BMW certified air.
Yeah, certified BMW German air.
Yeah.
That costs more to bring that over from Germany.
It has to.
It would have been so much better if they would have done it and then billed you like $1.17 or something, because you would have just paid. You'd have been like, "Well, okay, I'll just pay this." Like,
sounds reasonable.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. No, Dave Dave could say it in such a stoic way that it just seemed like it was legit.
Right.
So I was like, okay, that seems legit. And I asked around, the guys were like, sure. But you don't realize that until afterwards.
Well, and you bring up Dave. Dave, isn't he running for a?
He is running for Hill County Commissioner.
So he's running for a Hill County Commissioner.
Hill County Commissioner.
And I bring that up because Brian, you two are also running for position.
I am running for United States Congress currently, down in Congressional District 6.
Outstanding. And what is District 6 compromise?
So the new map, if that holds up, it's going to be all of Navarro County, all of Ellis County, and then a portion, about 30% of Johnson County, and then 15 or 20% of Tarrant, and actually 20% of Dallas. 15 to 20% of Dallas. Yeah. So it's a kind of it's a big map, but it's kind of shaped weird. It starts down low and kind of bends through the Metroplex. We have not all, but most of Arlington, Grand Prairie, Irving, a little bit of Fort Worth, a little bit of Burleson, Cleburne, Grandview, and then further south into Ellis and Navarro County.
So I've got to ask you this: 20 plus years in law enforcement, and you're now running for Congress.
I am.
Golly, Josh, what are you doing in retirement?
Well, I thought I was doing a lot until I heard somebody's running for Congress.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that was really awesome.
It's been fun. It's definitely been fun. It's go all day, every day. It's been a lot of fun. Very excited about it. We're getting a lot of momentum, a lot of support. We have a lot of events coming up. Fundraising events. We'll talk about later.
Yeah,
I guess.
I was going to say I want to bring up.
Yeah, no, it's something that at first when I got into politics a year and a half ago at the city level, I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know if that's a thing, but then I fell in love with it, and it's a completely different way of serving people. And I think being in law enforcement really plays into serving the people and understanding how to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's exactly where I was going to go with my next question. What made you want to run?
Yeah, so I became a city council member, and about a year and a half ago became mayor pro tem. And like I said, at first I was asked to kind of try that out, and usually cops don't really want to deal with politics,
right?
And so
no way.
So I gave it a go, and then I realized how much I loved it, and how much they kind of parallel each other, honestly. Serving a community in a different way, but you're still serving, and in order to do that effectively, you have to be available for people and listen to people and solve problems. And I think that we're missing that significantly with the current person that's holding the seat. So I started looking after I was in city council and did that for a little bit. I started looking at other issues within our district and the elected officials, and really started to dive into that and do some research. And I thought I can do this, and I can do this better. And I know how to serve people in a significantly better and different way than how they're being served right now. So it's kind of a calling.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like law enforcement.
It is.
It's a calling.
So do congressmen, if you're going to be a rookie in the Congress, do they do pranks on each other?
Probably.
Probably so.
Probably.
Get ready.
So, yeah. I will. Okay. God willing, I'm going to be a rookie again.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to ask for a commitment then right now.
Okay.
If elected to Congress, any pranks, you encounter any pranks, then I'm going to request that you come back on the show and share those.
100% guaranteed.
Outstanding.
Yeah. Josh, you can telephone them in too.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
like if he's doing real important stuff,
I will come to you when I'm home. I will come back out here and I will share stories.
Now joining us from the halls of Congress, Representative Brian Stahl.
Yeah, that even like trumps a firefighter, right?
Oh, maybe depends. Everybody loves firemen.
Everybody loves
a fireman.
Yeah. It's good to be a fireman.
Yeah.
Now getting back to some of the stories, Brian, you were talking about your first traffic stop that you ever conducted.
I was telling you about that earlier. It was
let's share it.
Yeah, it was. It's one of those stories. I think nowadays people would be fired over it, unfortunately. But it was a great learning lesson. So I made my very first traffic stop ever on day one out of the academy. It was like 4 hours into the shift, and I pulled this girl over for running a stop sign, and I go up to the car, and I don't get any of the right information, like none.
Hey,
So
it's your first one.
It's my
Come
first
on,
one, you know? And so I go back to the car. My training officer is like, you know, did you ask her this, 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 and this? And I was like, well, no. And he's like, well, go back up there and ask her, you know? So I go up there, and right when I get to the car, I hear sirens in the distance. And so now I'm getting like flustered because I'm trying to remember what to ask, but I really want to know what's going on because like there's sirens and I don't want to miss it. It's my first day. There's got to be something really cool happening, right? So I'm trying to ask her questions, and the sirens are getting louder. So I'm trying to ride as fast as I can. And, you know, I probably asked her the same question 4 times. I don't remember, but this car running code comes around the corner down the street. And now I'm confused. Like I have no idea what's going on. Well, he stops behind me, gets out, walks in front of his car, and slaps the back of my head and says, turn your effing radio on, rookie, and gets back in his car and drives off. And I look back at my training officer, and he's crying, laughing.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore.
No, I don't think you can.
You're listening to Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement. Visit us online at offbeatcopshow.com.
Let's welcome Daniel Cook from Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration into the studio. Their number's 833-COOK-DFW. The website, cookdfw.com. Anything new in your world, Daniel?
Steve, it's been hectic. It's been busy, but we love that. And so we're ready to keep helping as many people as we can.
And you say you've been busy. It's been hectic. Well, Daniel, you work with a lot of clients, a lot of customers that are working with their insurance company in order to file claims. What kind of advice can you give homeowners when it comes to insurance claims?
Insurance is scary, and you should never do it by yourself. That's the first 2 things that come to my head. You know, everybody, there's always that myth that, insurance is going to be here for me regardless of what happens to my house or my property. And it is intended to be that way. But sometimes they don't look at the repairs necessary to really bring your property back. And sometimes they may not see all the damage, because you got to think about that. You know, how many people are they seeing in an average day when they come out to inspect your property? Are they going to be there for 3 hours, 4 hours to really make sure they see everything? And so when you have a contractor that you trust, that you know it's gone over your property already, they can walk hand in hand with you and show them everything and make sure that your property actually gets repaired back the way it deserves to be done. So you don't want to go alone. You don't want to try to, think that you are going to get taken care of. You just need to make sure that you have somebody on your side. We'd love to come out. Obviously as a construction company, we can't talk about insurance policy. We can't talk about coverage. That's not in our specialty will, and it's against the law. But we can definitely tell you from a construction point of view what your property needs, how it needs to be repaired, why it needs to be repaired. And then that way we can tell the insurance company when they're out there, this is what we're seeing. This is what it needs.
Oh, yeah, definitely good advice, Daniel. Have someone there with you. Someone experienced, that's something that you do quite a bit, Daniel. Go out and talk to people. Hey, do I have enough damage to file a claim? Do I not? Is there something underlying that's not obvious that is damaged? Those are the kind of things that you can help people out with. If you're in need of a new roof repair, remodeling, or restoration, give Daniel a call at Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration. The number is 833-COOK-DFW. Again, that's 833-COOK-DFW. The website, cookdfw.com. Be sure to ask about their free first responder upgrade.
Hi, this is Joanne Jackson. My husband, Dallas Police Officer Brian Jackson, gave his life serving the city of Dallas in 2005. The RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation supports the families of Dallas and Fort Worth area police officers and firefighters who have selflessly fallen in the line of duty. To donate, please visit offbeatcopshow.com or treehouseonair.com and click on the link.
Josh, you really like the
I love the lights.
the light
There's-
switch.
The
don't
light-
you?
You know,
They are cool.
yeah, they are cool. And that's what I did. I'm
Yeah.
on a motorcycle. That's what I did. Remember,
They didn't
Steve?
look like that though on your bike.
No, they didn't. No. And the Harley lights versus the BMW lights and the Honda, I'm totally different.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like the writing. So
You miss having the toggle switch to flip on your lights.
I miss
right?
everything about motors, but not enough to go back to law enforcement.
All right.
Everything about motors, but not enough to go back.
Well, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement. Steve here. I'm joined with Josh.
I'm Josh. You pointed at me and said,
Wait,
Steve.
I
You're getting
po-
confused and you're in retirement age.
You can make a name up for me too if you want.
Yeah.
And we're joined with one guest in studio. We've got Bob.
Yeah. Bob.
Nah,
Are
just
we
kidding.
are we victims of something?
Wow.
Or
No.
victims of this show? Help! We're trapped.
Joining us in studio today, we've got Officer Brian Stahl. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we probably should get onto our segment sponsor.
I'm thinking you should.
All right. This segment of Offbeat sponsored by our good friends at Alexander Financial Management. If you have questions about retirement planning, investment strategies, life insurance, or estate planning, check out Alexander Financial Management at AlexFM.
.com.
Again, AlexFM.
.com.
Josh, I think Curtis has some competition there.
He sure does.
Does Curtis do that too?
He does.
He does.
Not as good.
Not as good.
No, not even close. He's like an elementary kid versus I'm like varsity level.
Okay.
So you can tell him that.
I will. No, he will probably watch this show and text me and say I'm way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he can sing better than me.
He can definitely sing.
Man, that guy's
Curtis can
got
sing.
he's got some.
Well,
chords.
wait. I think that's up to interpretation who sings better. So, Josh,
Oh,
we've
I-
heard Curtis sing, but go ahead, Josh.
I don't want to break any type of tool instrument that you have in here, and I'm pretty sure the FCC would shut us down.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Nice try though.
Yeah. It was
Right.
valid effort.
You can't sing Happy
Can you
Birthday
get
or-
Curtis to sing on here or not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can't get him to stop singing.
Yeah, I believe you. I rode around in the car with them for about a year, so
He can-
Okay.
he can sing.
He absolutely can.
Now he did tell a story about a partner passing gas, and was that you?
That was
Ryan?
not me.
Okay, all right. Because it was
No.
pretty epic, if I remember right.
Dang, you took that all the way back to like episode 1.
That's what I do. Steel trap, Steve. Steel trap. I don't mess up names.
I can probably guess who he's talking about because I'm pretty sure I know, but it wasn't me.
Okay.
I bet I
And-
would probably guess right.
All right.
Yeah,
I think,
and that was referencing back to Curtis in a squad car with his partner
yeah.
passing gas, and I think he said he was singing the national anthem or something. It was something.
I can't remember. Go back to season 1,
Yeah.
and we also get to see Steve pose with Bluebonnet Butter.
Oh, jeez. Okay, we need to move on. These poor listeners don't need to be reminded of that. I do want to mention we got a couple of patches in. We've got one from Calgary Police Service and the other one from the Warren County, Mississippi Sheriff's Office. So both these were actually given to us by a Wise County deputy who had these. Deputy Nagel, I believe is his name.
Nice.
So yes, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll get those hung up on the wall.
Love the story of. Love to know the story of how he got Calgary.
Yeah. Well, was Calgary the motor guys from Canada that came down? Did you guys in Louisiana? Were they from Calgary?
I don't know where they were from. I can't remember.
Okay.
And I probably wouldn't say it right if for some reason, I think they were Northeast. I don't know part of Canada, but I can't remember.
You know,
I mean, that's how, I mean, they wore their pretty red uniforms and that was pretty awesome. So,
wow. While
yeah.
they were riding their motorcycles?
No,
Okay.
no, they looked like us. So
All right.
it's pretty
right.
boring.
Now, and again, and not to get too far off track, going back to one of our first episodes, you'd mentioned going down there for the motor rodeo in Louisiana, and you mentioned that you guys went out to an alligator farm.
We did.
And we already know that you handled an alligator on a call.
I did. And then we had some lemonade that we were drinking. And,
Okay, wait a minute. We were talking alligators, and you just went off to lemonade. Okay, where are you going?
I'm trying to make it sound like we're drinking beer, and we went down on these
Ah.
peninsulas, and I was trying to be nice and like professional and all that. We went down these like little peninsulas, and there's a guy with a stick, and he said it's kind of like Super Mario Brothers. If you turn your back on the alligator, he'll come after you. And he has this stick, and he just like poke the alligator
because
in case it
that
comes
doesn't
after you.
piss it off, right?
I mean, like I said, we were drinking a little bit. We'd had some good Cajun food, and
poking alligators with sticks.
We were all getting a chance to pull on the. Oh, that looks weird. We were all like pulling on the tail, and we're all pulling on the tail and trying to lift it and everything. And it was man, those things are stout.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
And I brought that up just because you mentioned the guys from Canada, and you told us that they came down to the motor rodeo with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
What did the guys from Canada think about the alligators?
I don't think they were at that one. I think because the alligator farm got shut down because every time it would flood down in that area, the alligators would get out. Well, they had a lot of really nice homes in that area, so the people of the really nice homes didn't love the alligators.
Yeah. Go imagine that.
So,
no thanks. I don't want to find an alligator in my house after a heavy rain.
Well, and there's a picture of Mark Lemons, who's been a guest on this show, wrestling an alligator too. I think I sent that to you.
Really?
Yeah, we'll have to get that back on.
Yes.
And he looks a little bit younger then.
To be continued on that one. Yes. Yeah. Okay, moving right along. Now, Brian, I understand you've got a story about a vehicle pursuit.
I do. It's a funny story, but I was never actually involved.
Dude, those are the best ones.
Yeah. So, no, me and another officer, we were at the station working on an arrest report or something, and we were up in the report writing room, and we hear the radio that Dallas is in pursuit, approaching our city. A couple minutes later, there's a little bit of chatter about the pursuit. And, I mean, nothing like they weren't really requesting assistance or anything. And so this officer gets up and he pushes away from the computer and he disappears. And I figured he was going to the bathroom or whatever, and about 10 minutes later, he comes back and sits back down and just like starts typing and like,
yeah. Okay.
I didn't think anything of it, and come to find out what he did is he went downstairs, got in his car and drove up to the freeway. And when the pursuit was approaching, he threw his spikes across the freeway and left them and spiked 2 or 3 DPD cars and like 4 or 5 civilian cars.
Epic.
But then he just left. He just went back to his police car, drove back to the station and sat down and started typing. And it didn't take long for people to find out. Like, where in the heck did these spikes randomly appear from? And
that is so
1, 2, 3, not it.
Yeah. So it was a funny story, and they were asking on the radio for a while, like, who threw these spikes? And he just never.
No, he's trying to concentrate on his report.
He's just up there writing a report, like, I wonder who spiked those people.
That's weird. Okay. That's weird.
The only thing better would have been if, hey man, can I see your keys to your squad real quick?
Oh yeah, if you would have used mine. Yeah.
So was that before or after GPS, or like before GPS in all the cars?
Oh, it was way before GPS.
Nice.
Yeah. It was definitally before GPS. I don't even think all of our cars had cameras at that point in time.
Wow.
Even better.
Yeah, honestly. I know, well, ours did because we were both training officers, so we had cameras. But
was that back in the day where you had the VHS and you actually had the on-off switch for whether or not it would come on with the lights, or you could manually.
Crazy.
It was
the good old days.
Good old days. Well, not anymore.
Nope.
Nowadays,
you drive by an officer and it like clicks on your camera, and
every time,
everything turns your camera on.
Yep.
And I know I've mentioned it before. When the last half of my career, I was actually in the station, or I had an office in the station. I was never there, but there's a bathroom right across the hall from my office, and that seemed to be the preferential facilities to use.
Okay.
Yeah, wonderful location. But they upgraded all their body cameras. We had all the sensors on your holster, so if you unholster it, turns on your camera. So these guys would all go in there and go to the bathroom, and I would see someone go inside the bathroom. I'd be sitting there, and I'd have my gun belt next to me on the floor. I just slide the gun out of the holster, put it back real quick, because if mine triggers, then it's gonna
trigger anybody around
there. So yeah.
And if the video is less than 2 minutes, it has to be reviewed.
Yeah, it's it's amazing how many of those videos are out there. Like, somebody's going like, let's meet up at QT or wherever, and they're in their, going to the bathroom real quick, and their buddy shows up and opens the driver's side door and activates their camera. It's I can't imagine how many thousands of those videos have to exist.
There was one of the officers, I won't say his name, and my past agency, and he's Code Brown, right? Everybody's worn a duty belt knows Code Brown, right? And so he finds a church, and there's people in the church, and so he's running into the church.
Dude, that's not right.
He's working nights, and so he was running into the church. He just had to get somewhere, and somebody like tries to talk to him. He didn't realize his video was on, and so all this, I didn't see the video, but it was told many times. But then he sat down finally, and then there was like no toilet paper, and he's like trying to get just little bits of toilet paper, little bits of toilet. And the evidence is there.
Yeah,
so it was not brought up at his retirement though.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. A funny story about that, actually. There was a big house up in the northern part of the city, and there was an alarm call there. Huge house, and two of the officers get there, and I found out about this like shortly after it happened, because it happened, right? And one of the officers was like, "Hey, I need to go to the bathroom real bad. Like, I need you to just watch out the bay window, and if they show up, holler at me." So the officer's watching out the bay window. Well, there's a back driveway that they didn't know about. And
awesome.
So the officer watching out the window gets, a tap on the shoulder from the homeowner. He's like, "Hey," and it scares him.
Wait,
so he
what's
yells,
going on?
Yeah. Buddy comes running downstairs, and he starts apologizing, like, "Man, sir, I'm really sorry. I had to go to the bathroom." He's like, "I hope you didn't use the one on the left." And he's like, "I did. And I'm really sorry." And he's like, "Well, that bathroom hasn't worked in like 6 months." So they just packed their stuff, and kind of the homeowner was really cool. He was like, "I'll take care of it."
Just get out of my house, please. Just go.
Yeah. So
he didn't ask for like criminal charges.
No, but we didn't let him live it down. That's for sure.
Why would you?
Yeah,
that's classy.
Yeah.
So
y'all didn't let him live it down, and the toilet didn't let him flush it down.
No, that's awesome. Yeah.
Now that's terrible. Just go. Get out of my house.
Yeah,
please. Brian, and again, we mentioned in the first segment that you are running for Congress, and I understand you got several fundraising events coming up. There's one in particular you'd mentioned there was a shoot.
It is, yeah. So next weekend on October 4th out at ETTS from 4 to 9, it's in Waxahachie, ETTS gun range. We're going to have a bunch of auction items out there, and we have 3 different pistol shooting events. It's kind of we're going to provide everything. So you don't need to bring gun belts or guns or ammo or nothing. So we're going to have 3 different pistol shooting events. We're going to have some shotgun skeet shooting, probably have 7 or 8 full auto weapons out there. Let people shoot some belt feds and machine guns. And then we're going to have a night vision shoot where we have quad tubes coming out on helmets, and guys are going to get to shoot targets out to like 200 yards using lasers and PECs. And so it's going to be fun. We're going to have live music and food trucks, and we have a bunch of good auction items that we're really excited about. So, and
what day was that again?
October 4th at ETTS.
Okay. How can somebody get some more information about this? Is there a website or something?
Yeah, so we have an event for that actual event. We have a website at Stahl for TX, just tx.com, and that has we're updating it daily with all the different items we're getting donated to us. And we have Crime Stoppers are going to come out there, and they want to be a part of it. And Sons of Liberty Gunworks, they are thinking about setting up out there. So, it's open to everybody. It's free to attend. The shooting events are kind of a pay to play thing. If you want to do something and you can want to, experience that, then you can buy that package or that experience. And
nice.
Yeah. But we want everybody out there to come hang out.
Hey, I'm all about the belt fed gun.
Yeah.
That's a lot better than a magazine fed gun.
It is.
This is Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement. Check us out online at offbeatcopshow.com.
Planning for the future is challenging, and getting where you want to go in life requires strategies built around your unique financial needs. Alexander Financial Management is here to help you reach your goals. As fiduciaries, Alexander Financial Management will pursue the best solutions for you, no exception. While their decades of experience and service are available to everyone, Alexander Financial especially wants to help first responders and their families. The founder is a former police officer, and the executive team includes a retired fire captain and a retired police officer. Their extensive background in public service gives a deep understanding of the public retirement systems of Texas. So for retirement planning, investment strategies, life insurance, and estate planning, Alexander Financial Management has your back, so you can look forward. Get more info at alexfm.com. That's alexfm.com. Investment advisory services offered through Transcend LLC, a registered investment advisor. TE3 and Alexander Financial are not affiliated entities. Insurance products and services are not offered through TE3, but are offered and sold through individually licensed and appointed agents.
And we're back to more Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement. We're joined with one guest in studio today. We've got Officer Brian Stahl.
Hey.
Now, if you've not checked out the website, check it out. That's offbeatcopshow.com.
Curtis has some.
He's got some competition.
He's got some competition, I think.
Yeah. So, there on the website, guys, you can listen to all episodes. Also, at the top of the website, there's a link to the RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation. Click on the link and check out the foundation's page. Of course, the RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation has been around for many years. The foundation provides monetary donation to the families of our fallen police and firefighters here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It covers 10 counties. So if you feel so led, I'd invite you to make a donation there to the RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation. Also on the website, there's a little microphone icon. If you click on that microphone, you can leave us a voicemail message. If you got a story you want to share, then, hey, click on that. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and share the story. And we'll be sure to get it on the show. If you'd like to come in studio and share your funny story with us, send us an email, offbeatcopshow@gmail.com. Let's do this again. Again, that's offbeatcopshow@gmail.com.
.org. Oh, sorry. .com.
.org. Oh my God.
Curtis just took the lead.
I know. Dang it.
Also, guys, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. If you are watching the show on YouTube, give us a like and go ahead and click that subscribe button. Now, Brian, I understand you've got a story that's, well, kind of sweet.
It is. Yeah. Involves my dad and foot chases and candy. And yeah, so we get sent to a call of a couple of people breaking into a concession stand at a high school stadium. And I go around the backside of the stadium and see a car match in the description, and they're loading their trunk up, and I only see one person. So I put the car in park and get out, and foot chase is on. Well, there's another passenger in the car that happens to get out too. And my dad happened to step out at the time.
So your dad's with you?
He's riding along with me.
Okay.
Yeah. So he gets out and he just lights a cigarette, and the other guy gets out of the car, and I'm chasing the driver, and we end up catching him across the parking lot through the field. And, there's a bunch of units coming to us, and they finally get to me, and I tell one of the officers to go back to the car to get the bag that they're throwing in the
suspect's vehicle, see what they've got.
Yeah. So, this officer grabs this big trash bag full of candy. That's what they took, and proceeds
Sweet.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's yeah. So she proceeds to bring it to us, but she drags the bag across the parking lot. And when she gets to us, she lifts this empty bag up, and there's a trail of candy back to the car. And then one of them asked me, well, where's the other guy at? And I'm like, oh, crap. So I run back to my car, and the second guy is proned out on the sidewalk, hasn't moved. And my dad's like 3 cigarettes deep. And I'm like, why didn't you run? And he's like, because of that guy, right?
Yeah.
I was like, it's my dad, right? And he was like, oh, like this look of, disgust on this kid's face. He's like, I could have easily gotten away here. And I have no idea to this day what my dad told this guy. I don't know what he said. I don't know what I have no idea. I mean,
he gave that dad look.
Hey.
He gave that disapproving dad look.
Yeah.
And the cigarette was like old school detective. So the guy's like,
yeah, that kid.
Everybody's heard those stories.
Yeah, that kid's like, this guy's been around for 75 years. I'm not going to
get an ass cooking today. So not over a whatchamacallit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, maybe he just, hey, he jumped out. He's got the senior authority going on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
kid's like, you know what? I'm going to lay down.
Well, what type of cigarette? Filtered or not filtered?
No, Marlboro Reds, like full strength.
Yeah. He knew not to mess with.
Yeah,
it.
I think so. Probably.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe if it had been like a Virginia Slim, the kid would have ran or something.
Yeah.
I don't
Probably
know.
so.
Or like one of
Probably.
those little cigars that all the kids smoke nowadays.
Yeah, whatever those things are called.
Yeah.
Is now a good time for us to share that, okay, kids, do not smoke.
Do not
Smoking,
smoke.
Smoking is bad for you.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Yeah, very educational show. We always we've got to throw out those.
As you were telling this story, I couldn't help but think they were just getting ready for a trunk or treat because it is almost October,
and
so
they were putting the treats
seasonal.
in the trunk.
Yeah.
It was a trunk or treat. They were probably going to a church,
Probably
you
so.
know,
Yeah,
to help.
they were
to help
serving the
orphans.
community.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're right.
So you're just missing.
We just happened to interrupt it. Yeah.
Totally misunderstood. Totally. All right, guys, this brings us to the end of the show. Brian, I do want to mention again, you are currently running for Congress. Where can people find out information on you? You have a website?
We do, yes. Our campaign website is Stahl for Texas. That's all spelled out. So STAHL, for Texas, TEXAS.com. That has a lot of our issues and our endorsements and where you can go to donate to the campaign. A lot more information about myself and our stance on things and how we differ from our opponent. And then the event website is Stahl for TX, just TX though, and that'll bring you to our fundraising website and things that we have going on, and pertaining to that with a list of the auction items. And it's going to be a good time. We got a lot of guns, suppressors, thermal optics, regular optics, custom knives, stuff from Safariland and 511 and Neotech and Sons of Liberty and Daniel Defense and Glock. And so
did he miss any? Jeez.
I can't help but think probably other congressmen don't have that type of fundraiser in other parts of the country.
Yeah, I don't know.
He had me at belt fed.
Yeah.
There is going to be some of that out there. No, we're really excited about it. It's open to everybody. We want everybody to come out.
That's awesome.
It'd be great to have 1,000 people there. It'd be awesome.
Well, and again, if elected, then from the halls of Congress, joining us
we're
on today's show.
Find out what the pranks are in Congress.
I will.
Well, Brian, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today.
It's been fun. Thank you.
Guys, until next time, keep it real, keep it funny, stay safe, and watch each other 6.